Let's accept it. Giving interviews sucks. Wearing crisp clothes and telling the interviewer sitting in front of you how you're a perfect fit for the company confidently while you're shaking inside is not an easy job. But don't worry, क्योंकि interviewer भी कभी interview ही था. So at the end of the day, even they want you to do well because they want to hire you. All they're asking is for you to be prepared. And today, by the end of this video, I'm going to get you prepared. Before we begin, let's understand this. There are three different types of interview questions: technical, analytical, and behavioral. If you're applying for an IT job, then technical questions are related to coding, programming, so on and so forth. Analytical questions will be like, how many ping pong balls can you fit in a bowl? Or after you cut a slice from a cake, how will you divide the rest of the cake in equal parts? Because through these questions, they want to understand how are your problem solving skills. And finally, there are behavioral questions. Through these questions, the interviewer wants to know, तुमने life में किया क्या है? That is, how have you handled work situations in the past, or about your education. In my experience, around 65 to 70% of the questions will be behavioral. Because through these questions, the interviewer decides whether you will be the right fit for the job or not. And that is what we are going to nail today. So in today's video, we're going to discuss the 8 most commonly asked behavioral questions. Analyze these questions based on what the interviewer wants to know, common mistakes we make while answering them, and how to answer these questions. But most importantly, towards the end, I'll give you a bonus tip that'll help you crack even the toughest of interviews. But before that, if you like me or if you like what I'm saying, make sure you hit that like button because that motivates me to make more videos. Let's begin. 99.9% of the times, this is how the interview starts. Why? Because before anything else, the interviewer wants to know 2 things. Number 1, can you communicate well? And number 2, what is most important to you? So please don't talk about your favorite movies or your favorite cricketers. Don't talk about your life story from the beginning. Hi, I'm Raj. I wanted to be a roadie, but my parents wanted me to do engineering. So nobody is interested. The only thing the interviewer is interested in is if you are the right person for the job or not. And for that, your answer needs to have 3 elements. Element number 1, summarize your experience or your education in a single line while you use an adjective to define your personality. For example, in case you are a fresher, then you can say something like, my name is Priyadarshini, but you can call me Priya. I'm a hardworking engineering graduate, specialized in computer science engineering, with an overall CGPA of so on and so forth. For the second element, you need to talk about your best work or your education and training. For example, along with my degree, I have completed .NET, Java and SQL courses on Coursera. The various technologies that I've learned have helped me develop my final year project called XYZ. It was during this project I discovered that I'm a team player and so on and so forth. The way you answer this question can make or break your first impression, which is why I've made a separate video about it with sample answers for all 3 elements. So if you want to learn more, then check out this video. I've left the link in the description. What a useless question. I want a job because money. That is what you are thinking. But let me tell you now what the interviewer is thinking. Money is important. But if that's the only reason why you want this job, then you will leave for somewhere else for a better salary. Why will I want to waste my time and effort in training you then? So through this question, the interviewer wants to know why you want this job in particular. So tell them what motivates you to work for this company. Don't give a general answer. ABC is a great company, that's why I'd love to work for it. It says that you have not done your research. This is how you answer the question correctly. Number 1, research about the company. Check their website, follow their media coverage, talk to friends who are working there, and figure out what is it about the company that appeals the most to you. For example, ABC's reputation is certainly a factor. Also, a friend of mine who's been working here in the IT department for the past few years has said that the company's culture encourages learning and development while on the job and really rewards hard work. Number 2, align your skills with the role. Now your next statement should highlight how your skills go along with the vibe of the company or the role. For example, as I've read on your website, you're planning to launch several new products and features in the upcoming months. And I would love to be a part of that growth. I know that my experience in product management and my leadership skills will help your company with on-time releases and delivering. See, it's like going out on a date. Before you date someone, don't you stalk their Facebook, Insta, ask your friends about them. Same thing. Put half of that effort in reading about the company. Find out what is common between the company and you. Because after all, getting a job is like getting into a relationship with the company. Now, why are they asking this? Simple. They want to know two things. Number one, do you know your strengths so that you have the focus to do what you do? And number two, do you acknowledge your weaknesses so that you can work on improving them? Now, don't be too pompous and say things like, I am too perfect or I work too hard, because nobody will believe that's your weakness. If you hide behind a strength and present it as a weakness, then you will just come off as being fake. So how do we answer this? Let's start with strengths. I am good at this, I am great at that. Anybody can say it. But to make it more believable, you also need to tell how or why. Suppose being a quick learner is your strength. Then this is how you answer it. I'm a quick learner. Over the past 3 years, I've worked on 3 different technologies. As the lead of my team, I even have the opportunity to learn about sales while talking to new customers. It is my motto in life to learn something new every day. And I actively seek feedback to help me grow. Some other strengths that you can talk about are adaptability, hardworking, flexibility, persistent, self-motivated, so on and so forth. Coming to weaknesses. First, think about the things that you are not good at. Maybe it's delegating work or attention to detail or public speaking. Now, think about the initiatives you have taken to overcome that weakness. For example, sometimes I find it hard to manage my time and cut too close to the deadlines. To overcome this, I've started using post-its that I stick on my laptop. I even organize my calendar to include my daily, weekly and long-term tasks so that I prioritize my work better. See, it's okay to have weaknesses. The interviewer sitting in front of you has a job probably even after deleting the entire production database. I'm not asking you to delete the database. I'm asking you to accept that you are human and it's okay. What's not okay is to not take initiatives to improve. See, the interviewer has very less time to decide whether you're fit for the role or not. So they ask tough questions. By asking what are the challenges you faced at work, they want to know how you solve problems, how you work under stress, your way of getting things done. So what they are looking for is a story. The most common mistake is to take it personally and get emotional about it. There was this one time this teammate got jealous of me, so he told lies and turned the whole team against me. I wanted to take revenge, so no. If you want to nail this answer, then here are the 4 elements that you must include. Talk about the challenge briefly. Focus more on how you overcame the challenge. Talk about what you learned from the challenge. And here's how you hit the nail on the head. Talk about how you are helping your teammates who are facing the same challenge. For example, when our project release was delayed, I coordinated with the entire team to get the schedule back on track. We troubleshooted the issues and solved the problems. Upon further investigation, I found out that lack of proper communication and restriction of knowledge among a few team members was the main issue. So I scheduled a weekly share and learn sessions where both the seniors and the freshers of the team would come together and discuss the advancements of the project. This challenge taught me that along with technology, proper communication is also crucial in driving a project to completion. Did you see how the 4 elements together turn a failure in your favor? I don't know what I'll do tomorrow. You're asking about 5 years. Is an answer you should keep to yourself. Because through this question, the interviewer wants to know if you're ambitious and if your long-term goals align with the company. So when you're answering this, don't say in your place. Sounds too arrogant. Or as the CEO of this company. Sounds too unrealistic. Or at a better opportunity somewhere else. Sounds too true. So how do we answer it? Stress that you are interested in a long-term career and showcase your enthusiasm. It's okay if you don't know what you want to do 5 years down the lane, but you need to demonstrate how eager you are to join this job. For example, I'm really excited about this position because in the next 5 years, I'd like to see myself having end-to-end expertise in the pharmacy domain. And I know that this job will give me that opportunity. I'm even excited about developing my managerial skills and in the next couple of years, possibly even take the lead on some projects. I'll be honest with you, it makes me terribly angry when somebody asks me this question. Any questions related to gender, race, or religion are illegal, but they do get asked. The children or marriage question is maybe to understand how committed you will be to the company. So don't take it too personally. Everybody makes mistakes, even the interviewer sitting at the other end of the table. So the best way to answer it is to gracefully avoid the question and bring the conversation back to the job or your skills or your experience. You know, I'm not quite there yet, but I'd like to know more about the career progressions at the company. Can you tell me a little bit more about that? This tells your interviewer that you're committed towards your professional growth and lets you direct the conversation back to the job related topics. By asking you to ask questions, the interviewer wants to know if you're really interested in the job. Plus, it gives you an opportunity to find out if this is the right job for you or not. So don't say, no, I don't have any questions. It shows that you don't care. Don't ask, what's in it for me? Can I work from home? Because it says that you're self-centered and are not really interested in the job. Don't bring up questions related to salary. You can negotiate once they make you an offer. Instead, you can ask questions related to the job. What does a typical day look like? What are the qualifications you're looking for in an ideal candidate? You can ask questions about the company. What is the company culture like? What are the different career paths in your department? You can even ask questions about the interviewer. How long have you been working for this company? What's your favorite part about working here? Don't ask too many questions. Wrap it up and leave on a positive note. And finally, the most dreaded question. Why should we hire you? It is one of the most crucial questions where you need to talk about yourself without being too humble or without sounding too desperate. This question is so important that I made a separate video about it with sample answers, and I strongly recommend that you check it out. I've left the link in the description. So those were the top 8 interview questions. I'm sure you have doubts about other behavioral, technical, analytical questions. So comment and tell me what is it that you want to know so that I make a separate video about it. And the more requests I get for a topic, the better. So share this video with your friends who are also preparing for interviews. Now before I tell you the bonus tip, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit that bell icon because I make career and finance videos every week, especially for you. The best tip anyone will ever give you to nail an interview is this. Get enough rest the night before. Yes, rest. Long waiting hours combined with stressful interview sessions. It's going to be a long day. And if you're already tired at the start of it, then your brain will stop working. And throughout the interview, you will look like this. And I don't know about you, but I'll not hire that person. So sleep for 7 to 8 hours the night before. And the next morning, go rock that interview. And I'll see you again next week. Until then, if you miss me, you can catch me on Instagram. That is my handle. And don't forget to keep fighting the urban fight to be fit.